Are we on? Are we sorted? Okay.
Are we all in focus?
Is this
Is that
on me?
one in focus as well?
I'll go. Welcome back, everyone, to the Steve and Ash Waffling Show. If you haven't seen this before, don't know what the fuck you've been doing. But we sit here for a bit and we talk all things football. Let's kick off the show.
Go on then. What have you got?
Let's talk about our mate Romelu Lukaku.
Big Rom.
The fuck's going on with him?
Imagine. Did you ever always have a good reception when you signed for someone?
Yeah, not bad. I don't think Everton was over the moon, but they pretended they were for a bit.
Was Rom there when you was there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. We've got a connection there now.
Yeah.
Because did you ever get linked with a club and they protested and was like, absolutely fucking not?
No.
Because that's what he's just had at Juve.
That's not very nice.
No, I imagine your phone blows up as like, hey, have you like pitch invasion?
There's got to be a bit of him that wants to stay in Serie A and play against them.
Absolutely dunk all over.
Yeah.
Million
But
percent.
imagine you're a player of that calibre, and I know everyone's got an opinion on him, but let's have it right.
We scored 250 something goals.
Yeah,
in like
and you're
500
training with
games.
the 23s, and no one wants you. So I'm thinking, there's teams in the Premier League that need a striker.
One in this town, mate.
Well, I was going to go there, but not yet, because we were probably 38 seconds in, and we just didn't want to mention that club yet. I'm sure we'll get there.
It's coming.
But what I'm saying is, is his name that like tarnished in the Premier League that no one's going to take upon? Is it the money that they don't want to risk?
He's not minimum wage, is he? So he's going to be a
not.
fat wedge. I think that second.
He's turned down Saudi, hasn't he?
Has he? Well, that's not. I think you turned down Saudi for different reasons. We spoke about it last week, and you said you'd have turned it down at this stage of your career.
I get that, but I'm saying, mate, does he have to ask for less? Would Spurs not take him? Would you take him back? I know the answer, but would you take him back?
Yeah, I would.
You would? What, you would?
I would.
I didn't think you'd say that.
Right, so what's United's striker situation at the minute?
Yeah, it's
New kid with a busted back. The old kid with a busted, I don't even fucking know, just don't play. So what's our options?
Which one's the new kid? The one I scouted?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who's the old one then?
Martial. He's still here.
I forgot about him.
So do you know what I mean? What's our options?
So you would literally, if that come through today, you'd be quite happy about it?
On loan, yes. I wouldn't buy him. I'd take him on loan for sure. Because, listen, let's have it right. He'd be different to Højlund as well. Like, people think of Lukaku, they think, oh, absolute unit, like a Drogba kind of player. Not at all. He's a bit of a fox in the box, actually. He's just massive. Mm-hmm. Like, I like what he brings, and I think he brings something different. And if you had people that are just the same, how do you change a game? Now, let's say 70 minutes has gone past. Højlund's not broke the deadlock. You want to throw another forward on. You want someone that's going to operate inside the box. Big Rom's a great shout for that.
Yeah, I think that there's question marks around his whole game, but there's no doubt in that he's got the job done lots and lots of times. And I'm just thinking, well, when I read, first we seen the protest, then I heard he's training with like the under-23s. And
where's that at Chelsea?
At Chelsea, yeah. Right.
Chelsea's a mad gaff, innit?
But then I'm like, well, the Premier League is actually a little bit stuck for strikers at the minute as well. We keep hearing that.
So he's 30. Now, he's played like men's football since he was like 15 pretty much, hasn't he? So he ain't got...
You've seen the picture of him when he was like massive compared to the other kid.
I remember once, he was under 9s. This dude walked past and there was two of us coaching. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. This guy was maybe an inch smaller than me, but he was about 3 inches bigger than my other coach. And this is what, was it 9? Remember him? I think they lost 11-2 and the guy scored 11.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
And he's just like, oh my God. Yeah, so Ron was that guy, basically, wasn't he?
But I think, knowing him, I hope it gets sorted and I hope that he has that like fire in him to go, do you know what, I'll show you again if he needs to do it. Like,
well, he scored at United. For his second season, he put a load of timber on. Whoever advised him that he needed timber on, supposedly for the World Cup, I don't get that.
I remember that, yeah.
But I think they meant deadlifts, not donuts, right?
No, he is a slab of muscle, mate.
But he did put Timber on. There's no two ways around it. He did.
But then
he went to Italy and he got lean again.
Yeah, and then that's when he was firing, wasn't it?
Yep.
When I went to Everton and got there, and I was quite heavy then, I was like 94 kilograms. I think he was 100. So he was the heaviest player in the squad.
Was he rolling you in training with that as well?
No, because at Everton, I always felt like, I'm playing against him so many times for Belgium, it felt to me like the penny hadn't dropped with him that he could roll anyone when he wanted to, and he didn't do it enough.
I remember Daley Blind holding him at Old Trafford once, and I was like, how the fuck's he done that?
Yeah, it was like as if he hadn't grown into his potential
Didn't realise.
strength. Yeah.
Like, did he say that about you can tie an elephant to like a garden chair when it's young, and then just keep a garden chair there and it thinks it still can't move it because it doesn't realise?
Have you just made that up?
Nope. Do you know they stake an elephant into the ground, don't they, when they're a baby, on the little wrist thing?
I get it. I've just never heard
Then
it
they
before.
just never... It's like the thing with fleas, isn't it? That they don't jump higher than some... I don't fucking...
Have you got any more of these? It's like the thing with...
Yeah, monkeys and feeding them, and they don't climb a ladder because you get squirted with water. It's some sort of conditioning.
I heard that one the other day. And then the new monkeys come in and they still don't climb the ladder.
Filling the new monkeys because they're like, don't jump at the thing, we all get squirted.
Yeah.
And then no one squirts them, but they just keep filling them in.
I think we've lost them already.
I don't care.
Me neither. We'll keep going.
So yeah, monkeys, elephants and fleas.
It was a smooth segment from Romelu Lukaku, training with the under-23s, into fleas, an experiment with fleas and elephants and monkeys. I don't know. Anyway, Big Rom, I think that's the thing.
I'd get him back playing.
Are we going to take a punt on him, someone?
Well, you brought Spurs into it. You're thinking because they've lost Kane, but Richarlison's playing for them.
Spurs, I want to talk about Spurs this week.
Oh.
Because normally it's just... Why? Because I think they're interesting me a little bit. Not because the
Is it because last week you decided that and Postecoglou's your new favourite manager in the league?
No. Oh, I hope he will be. I just think
I didn't watch any post-match last week.
They look a little bit rejuvenated, and yes, I know it's after 2 games. But there's still the Richarlison thing where he doesn't look like he's fitting.
Well, he's not Harry Kane. I don't know if you knew that. But
if he knew that.
Yeah. So the way Harry Kane played, James Maddison actually covers maybe 70-80% of what Harry Kane did in that team.
In the deeper positions.
Yeah. It's like, it was actually quite genius that you bought someone that's not technically the same position, but the overlap of what he did is the same. Obviously, the 25-30 goals isn't going to come from Maddison. He might get 10 or something. But yeah, you are going to lack some goals. Now, Son can score goals. It's what are you doing elsewhere? Have you changed up the whole shape? And I know it's not changing up Postecoglou's shape because he's coming into a brand new thing. But yeah,
he's got Basuma playing like prime Seedorf.
I know. He was dead last year.
Well, he always had the potential, but I don't know what's happened in pre-season, but he's very good now.
He balled out in the first game against Brentford and then just shagged us, didn't he, last week?
Since we leave that one out, the whole...
Why?
Do you want to talk about it? I'm guessing you spoke about it a lot this week.
Once or twice. Didn't really speak about it much on Monday on Vibe with 5.
Do you want to... Oh, yeah, we could get to that. But do you want to give me your thought on... listen, it's not a 4-hour show.
No, but
just give me one little...
Right, I'll tell you what's worrying.
What's worrying
We played the exact same 11 with 2 totally different opposition. Wolves sat back, hit us on the transition and ran through midfield. And then Spurs held the ball and ran through midfield. So we've had the same tactics with the same 11 and it wasn't the right answer for either of those 2 games. That's worrying. Because you've got to think, okay, it didn't work against Wolves, but maybe it worked when we do this, and it didn't.
Do you know what I think's worrying is also looking at the other players that you currently have. I don't see... I think you need people through the door.
Yeah, big time. But we're not signing anyone until we sell people. Mental. Oh, did you ever have this? So I would like some insight here from an ex-pro.
And that's what I'm here for.
Hopefully. This first 2 games from United, they have shut the bed as a collective. Onana's looked good. The rest of the team, maybe Varane, you can have an argument, has looked all right, but pretty much whole forward free, whole midfield free, and most of the defence has shit the bed. So when there's a collective of everybody being bad like that, what's the answer there? Because it's not just like, you let us down because you was bad. It's like, now we all bottled it. What's going on?
Well, then you probably, I'm edging towards, don't touch that. I'm edging towards, it's my birthday present. So go back out.
He's took his shoes off and everything.
I know, he tried to be nice about it. I'm edging towards pre-season, which we covered in depth.
Was it too much?
Possibly. I think they might have to recover from that. Because all of them off at once. He's not a bad manager.
No, we saw progress.
Things were going well. And it's just... So I'm thinking that the preparation for the season was wrong somewhere.
Because do you take them all out for Ben and Jerry's? Get a little bit of calories in them, a little bit of relax, and see what happens Saturday?
They look like they could do with a night out.
I love how the go-to for you is get them on a night. The lads, they didn't have a night out, you know. So when I was with them in 2019...
It doesn't surprise me.
No, when I was with them in 2019, they had a bit of a blowout in I think it was Australia. It might have been Singapore. But they had a night where they could have a...
It's key. I'm seeing Fernandes. That's a man that needs... That man needs a beer. He just needs to blow off some steam. He's so tense right now. Do
you think that's what it is? Because also, the performance thing of having a beer obviously is a negative, but...
Well, we've covered it before. It's crucial to team bonding, and you don't have to drink beer. I'm not saying drink beer, but just something outside a social gathering outside of the workplace. I'm guessing it happens everywhere. Brings it closer. What's going on with your man Bruno? Because after you interviewed him, he's fucking gone.
Oh yeah, it's my fault. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you wanted to ask him who's better, Robbie Williams. You probably asked him that, and now in the middle of the game, he's going, "Fuck me, I can't decide who's bigger, Robbie Williams or take that."
But what about a million love songs?
Yeah, he's fucked. He's all over the gaff. He is all mentally. I think he looks like that kid that's putting too much pressure on himself.
There's a bit of that potentially, yeah.
Relax and ball, Bruno. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look right, does it? You're off. You're off massively. And we are all here for it.
No, we're not. You might be here for it. I'm not here for it. And by the way, that was it. You fucking reminded me. Thank you. So, can I have my phone, please, someone? 2 games into the season, there has been about 1 million articles written about Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're going to go to this... I know where you're going to go with this.
Yeah, I'm going to read some out. Micah Richards. What's happening? Out of all the things that's going on right now in the world of football, what does Micah decide needs to be brought up?
Palestri situation.
Nope.
What?
Jesus, we've waffled a load in this group. Where's that gone?
Was it in the group?
Might have been in the other group that you're not in.
Oh, I'm not in a group.
Yep, it was.
Right.
Anyway, so pathetic Bruno Fernandes is disturbing the rest of United's team with his emotion, says Micah Richards, picking out the captain's embarrassing moment
bring it up with him.
Where he lambasted. Ring him.
I'm not going to ring him because it's not my beef.
Where he lambasted Facundo Palestri. One.
I said that.
Have you ever been with a captain that's actually got a grip of someone ever? I don't know what teams you've been in that would have a real proper captain.
Hang on a sec, but I'm not. Surely Fernandes has to deal with his own game before he's getting a grip of someone else.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
Does that mean
keep going with the rant.
Does that mean that he just gets to just like ignore obvious issues on the pitch?
I honestly, from being captain myself, no, it doesn't mean that. But there has to be a case of, geez, I'm having a fucking shitter here. I'm not sure I can shout over at the young lad.
I get that there's got to be an element of, have you seen your own game? As a potential comeback.
That would come straight back, yeah. I just think Bruno, I don't know. Now I don't know. We're 2 games in. It's easy to overanalyze everything.
Yeah. Anyway, Talk Sport. Andy Townsend and Ali McCoist, who I like.
2 good guys.
Townsend, and this is how you know it's for the Twitter generation, who skippered both Aston Villa and Ireland in his own playing career. People don't know that. I guess people don't know that. They should know that. It says, questioned if Ten Hag had an ulterior motive. And he says, a lot of clubs now, they make people captain because they want them to stay and they want to keep them there. I don't think he's captain's material. Too many times now I see people giving the armband, not because they're the right man, but because he's the senior player or the top man. Andy.
I agree with that.
Okay, maybe it happens. In this instance, who was going to get the armband over him?
Who was going to get the armband over him? Now, I heard, I don't know if he said it on the thing the other day or was he just chatting, but Rio was saying he definitely seems like the captain in the building. Yeah. Was you there for that? When Rio goes into the training ground, he says he's the obvious candidate that he can see as a captain.
No, I didn't see that. But the final last year, the League Cup final, it might have been the semi-final.
Did you win or lose it?
Either way, it was at Wembley.
Okay.
Harry Maguire is like looking at planes going overhead and just staying right out of it. Both of them off the pitch, by the way. They'd been subbed, and Maguire might not have started. But Bruno's, you, blah, 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 you, blah, blah, blah. And he's leading, and he's getting a grip of people, and he's organising. And Harry Maguire's just doing exactly what I did when I met him, by the way. Just fucking checking the sky out, being awkward.
Okay, but I'm not saying he's a bad captain or he shouldn't be. I just think at the minute, he looks uncomfortable on the pitch.
He was the obvious captain.
Do you know what it might be? The team aren't performing. He feels extra responsibility. He's trying to do something more to get it going, and his own game's not where it should be, I think.
Look, is he a whinger? Yeah. And I would prefer him to a bit more stoic and maybe hard with how he communicates. But that's him. Cristiano Ronaldo is exactly the same.
Are you happy for a whinger to be the flag bearer of your team?
Well, it's a case of him or who.
That might be an issue for you. Yeah. The fact that you go in...
I think Martinez has got a lot of real good characteristics. Is he a captain? No, he's the number one henchman. That's what he's there for.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is Casemiro No, he's the number two henchman.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, who's your captain? Varane? Very quiet. Top pro.
But this might be the problem here, that we might be drilling into the problem. There's not enough
I think there's always
quote-unquote captains in your team.
I'm not finished. Chris Sutton.
Oh my God. We don't have enough time
Bruno Fernandes should not be captain of Manchester United, arguing the midfield, and needs to sort himself and his team out. Well, surely that's the job of the captain.
All people I work with.
Ring them.
No comment.
Shitbag. There we go. Shitbag with Steve Nash.
Anyway.
You can say the wrong or you can say the right. I don't care. I have my own thoughts.
I agreed with some of the comments.
I didn't necessarily disagree
I didn't really
with them.
to Chris Sutton's
but
one.
the fact that there's 3 articles on the same day.
There's an agenda.
Am I wrong? Harry Maguire, who's your friends in the media? What's going on?
Do you know what? Do you know what I need to say to you now?
What?
Again. So don't turn it in. Don't be Joel from last season with the agenda thing and everyone's on us and...
You can't deny that people aren't.
Feel sorry for yourself. You've been dog shit. Take it on the chin. Let's hope for better this weekend.
But you can't deny. Of all of the... Where was them articles about the absolute shit show that VAR put in this week? Where's the examination of that?
And
I'm not just talking about United's game. I'm talking about everything.
Brings up a lot of Manchester United. Maybe it doesn't bring up...
Someone else sent me them.
Winding you up before you come in here and you're all pumped up about it. You want to tear it with Chris Sutton. Now you want to fight Chris Sutton.
Big lad's Chris Sutton as well. Bet he's got reach on him.
Do you reckon you do?
You've got to go low, haven't you?
Would you do it?
I'd go. I don't know if I'd do him.
What, if you do... Who was we doing? Audley Harrison?
Ash, I'm getting in there. I ain't saying I'm going to win. But I ain't backing down.
Who do you think wins the Eubank Smith round 2?
Smith, I think.
Should we call an expert on it?
You don't know an expert. Oh, look at this here. Oh, come prepared.
Mike Tyson. Let's call Mike Tyson.
I'd love to bring Mike Tyson. What's going on, fella?
Let's see if we can get one. Let's see if we can get one on the old blower.
One that's any good.
Ah, here he is. Say hi to this knobhead.
Hello, lad.
Hello, mate.
We just wanted a boxing expert. Apparently you're one.
Fucking, I hope so.
Eubank Smith.
Smith again, no problem at all.
Done. Smith again.
Don't think he'll stop him, but he'll beat him definitely.
Okay. Are you going to it?
No.
Okay, you got better things to do.
If it's not the zone, mate, I'm not there. I just can't be asked for boxing events. All this shit about it. Mate, I go when they're paying me and that's it. Would you go and watch a football match if they weren't paying you?
No, what the fuck? What the fuck? Second question. What's your thoughts on the toffees? This season, for the season, not last game, because I know what they are last game.
Are you going down?
In a bit of a crisis, to be fair. Just need help.
Bodies in.
Bodies in, but the right bodies. I'm sick of spending money on fucking nonsense.
Hang on, let's not throw everyone in that bracket. Some good signings over the last few years. You know what I mean?
No. No, it's just we've wasted me. Listen, a centre half like yourself would be a welcomed addition right now, but there's not many like yourselves left who want to put it about, who want to get stuck in, who can play football. So you're few and far between. I mean, I say wasting money on players like, I don't know, just players who haven't played, that have no real connection with the club. Lads who have come and are just not up for the fight.
Yeah, no, there seems like not enough fighters in there.
Not enough leaders, mate, but leaders in football are few and far between now. I just think football is a big game of kids running kids. And the seniority in squads and in dressing rooms that we've seen just isn't there no more.
No, I agree.
But seniority in players, mate. They've got to answer to someone other than the manager. There needs to be culpability and responsibility taken by players, and I just feel it's so easy now to just brush it off and go, oh, well, we've had a bad day, or, you know, and it just... Do you still, because when I was there, you'd use the facilities, obviously you needed to, then you was training. Do you ever get into Finch Farm anymore? Yeah, I'm actually there now just as much as I was when I was fighting, because my little baby plays for Everton.
Ah, okay.
He's on his third year now, he's a goalkeeper, he's in the 11s.
Oh, wicked.
Since he was 9, or 8, sorry. And I'm there all the time, so the only time that I was away from there was in the middle of lockdown. So the only manager I haven't spent time with or spoken to or had a relationship with is Carlo Ancelotti.
Oh.
Every other manager that's come through the door, I've got on with them well, I've seen them, I've got to know them, speak to them. So yeah, I've seen them.
I think you might need to just pull a couple in the corridor.
Oh, mate.
Right.
The only one who wants to kill was Rafa, and he says I couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it, mate. He was an obnoxious prick.
Listen, I'm not going to keep you because I know you're in the car. But my co-host Steve, there he is, claiming last week he's never had a boxing match in his life. Thinks he can bang out. What's his name? Audley Harrison.
Give it.
Do you think he could? Can Audley Harrison swing?
I have no idea what he's been smoking or what he's been but believe you me, Audley Harrison would end him with a jab.
That's it. Fine. You don't
That's
get
not what I said.
Done. TB.
With one hand tied behind his back, he's absolutely pulverised.
Give me.
The boy's an Olympic gold medalist.
Tony, that's not what I said.
It is.
I said he's a shitbag and I would get in the ring with him. And I know I'm getting murdered, but I'm still going to get in the ring with him. And he blocked me on Twitter.
My mate, murder is an understatement. Of course. He can whack. He's a southpaw. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Trust me when I say it. The boy is a lot tougher than Harder than you'd actually believe.
Oh, I get that. He's just completely fucking twisted it. Did I say that at all last week?
Give him back. See, he just shit himself there. Listen, thanks for your time, mate. I know you're busy.
Always a pleasure, brother. Stay in touch.
Thanks, mate. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
On that, Carlo Ancelotti.
Smith, he said.
Yeah.
Smith.
That's what I said.
You did.
You had to ring. Yeah, I did.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I did.
Not even fucking listening again.
Roll the last 3 or so years at Everton. You've gone from Carlo Ancelotti to Sean Dyche.
And before that, you had Big Sam. Leave it in the grass. It's mad, isn't it? None of it is. There's no
vision there, is there?
Yeah,
from a higher up?
No continuity.
It was a little bit. United did this. We went from Sir Alex to Moyes, and I get that they went Scottish hardworking. That was clearly their only thought. And maybe it was like, he can maybe get it done on a bit of a budget. But I think that's what they went with. And then they brought Lou Van Gaal in. I'm like, right, okay, this is a guy, knows what he's doing. But when you go from Louis to Jose, Louis wants the ball. Louis wants to knock it around. Louis is very technical. Jose don't give a shit. Daily Blind, get out. Like totally changes the club. And then you go from that, well, to Ralph Ragnick and Ollie and Ollie and then
weird.
Ralph Ragnick.
What a weird time in the world that was.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be so much better.
Was that during COVID, that era? Was that when the world went nuts?
No, Ollie was. We just got Ollie.
When was Ragnick then?
Just before Eric.
Oh yeah, fucking hell! What just a bizarre time that
But
was.
like when you flip from one like idea to another, like you must like.
Well, hang on
Who
a second.
signed you
Is this
ever?
not what happened at Burnley? And it worked.
Yes. But was there other things in the background going on?
Maybe possibly, I don't know.
And you know, you've got the time, you've got the like. I imagine company went in there and said, "Look, okay, for me to do what I want to do, I'm talking like 18 signings." And if they go, "Cool, you're not going to be able to spend a lot, but yeah, you get 18 bods through the door."
I don't think he did though. I think he just changed the style. Maybe he
he massively changed the style, but that'd be interesting to see how many.
Everton. I did the Everton game on match of day 2, and it was
bad,
really bad. Villa were good. Credit to them. Everton were.
Well, Villa being so good makes Newcastle look really, really scary.
Yeah.
Because
if they dismantled Villa. I missed the City Newcastle game. Did you catch that?
No, we were playing.
Okay. Well, apparently Foden was very good. I had a question for you as well.
Go on.
Would you like to sign Cole Palmer? Straight from the rivals. If that opportunity arose now.
City will never do that.
No, but I'm just saying,
I know.
hypothetically.
But I think you've got to throw that caveat out there. City never letting that happen. They have like anti-United clauses in contracts with people and stuff. They're off it.
I think you're making that up.
No, they do. No. I think he's decent. But
Would you take Cole Palmer over Garnacho or Sancho?
No. Because, Joe, I get the impression of, I think Cole Palmer could be real, but there's no evidence of it. Because I've seen it at United. When United were good, you can throw fucking
saying
Smith
like,
in there.
Us four in this room could go right wing in that City team and look brilliant.
I told you I'm scoring 5 up front for City in a season.
Just bang anyone in there and they're good. I just wondered how you thought. I just wondered if you'd. That was a perfect example of just wanting to gauge where you was at in terms of the.
I think
the pettiness.
He could be decent.
The pettiness.
No. Listen, I think there's some players that City have had that they've overrated, but I think a lot of them, certainly in this modern era, have been genuinely top. Kevin De Bruyne's top.
Best. Currently, I know he's injured. On City, I don't know if we spoke about it last week. Paqueta. Don't get it. Today, Nunez. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Let's roll with it.
I like him. He's one of the fast ones. One of the fucking fast ones for Wolves.
City's transfer strategy at the minute is mad, isn't it? Because like every summer rolls around, buy a new centre half.
Do you not think it's been wild for a bit?
Yeah.
Lots of them are obvious. Haaland. And then you get the odd Jack Rodwell just thrown in there. Mix. Bizarre.
A Joe. Robinho was the mad one when the early doors.
Yeah.
Where was you then? Swansea?
Yeah, must have been. Don't think I played against him. But yeah, they're just, I don't know. A lot of players, and some of them you go, like Kovacic, straight away I went, oh my God, he's going to fit.
Yeah.
There'll be a better Kovacic.
He's not as good as Gundogan, but...
No, but he's similar. Like, I could see it. I could see what they was thinking.
I thought Kovacic is a great player.
Chelsea really like him. I really like Kovacic. Really like him. But then some players, sometimes they're linked to players, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, even Haaland doesn't fit their system, but he's so good that it's all right.
But it made perfect sense to bring him in because the only thing that you could have done against them was go full press, have a really fit team, combative team, and then
maybe dominate set pieces.
It seemed to be no outball. Now there's an outball. When what's his name, Edison, just laser targets it straight breaks the press.
He's turned up the dial a little bit as well. There's some big boys in that team.
Yeah.
John Stones ain't small.
The one thing you'd think about Pep is, I think, anyway, he seems to be, we've spoke about how we can overthink it, we feel, but he seems to always be actively trying to be a step ahead of the rest.
He does that because he's like, obviously my coaching manuals are out there.
Yeah, I think that.
What can I do?
Do you think he's going, these fuckers copy me all the time, so I'll just keep inventing new shit?
Yeah.
I'll just keep doing it.
I also wonder if he just didn't turn up for 2 or 3 weeks, would anyone notice? It's running so fucking smooth.
Efficiently.
Like, if he's got like, I don't know, Luton,
but he's
Forest,
still,
Wolves,
the crazy
back-to-back,
thing is, the crazy thing is,
I'll see you on Saturday.
It is efficiently, it's just a machine, a fluid machine, and he's still coaching from the sideline, active. He's not sitting down that much.
Active, you need a new word, because he's tweaked out. He's at it. He is so fucking giddy on the sideline, titivating.
There's so much I want to say, but it just get cut out, so we'll just keep going. Yes, I'm with you on it. It is. I enjoy watching him.
Have you had a manager like that? That you're like, mate, have a fucking, it's 5-0. Fucking calm down.
I had a goalie coach, Tony Roberts, who's now, I think, gone to AC Milan, but was at Wales, and possibly still at Wales, was at Wolves. And we used to give him some shit, because most of the time, which I find quite weird, but the goalkeeper coach deals with set pieces, especially defensive set pieces, corners. I don't know why, but whatever.
I can see that being a good idea.
They normally deal with it. So every time there was a corner against, he would be up and just twitching the life out, shouting, to confusing and because the funny thing is with that is because that's one of the goalkeeper coach's only jobs in terms of the team.
It's 10 out of 10 for it.
But if you can see from a corner, the manager's going, what the fuck? Who's marking him? Straight away. Yeah. So they get up off the seat, and the pressure's on them that we have got to do what we got taught yesterday. And he used to go nuts. Mad everyone.
Did you often change what you do at corners, or is it tweaks? Do you have like, here's our shape, and we'll tweak it when a big island comes in?
A majority of my teams were, yes. So it's zonal or man marking. That's the question that is going to be.
I like a blend me.
Also, it could be. Or like a three along the 6 yard line.
A corner on the front of the 6 yard box on a post. Like a little group picking up the runners, someone on the back stick, one watching the shot.
I think that would be classed as man marking though, really.
The front three are all just zonal, just as a
couple
nice
there'll
little
always be some zonal. But then I can remember I think one year we was zonal when Van Dijk was at Southampton. And it was like zonal, but I had to man mark Van Dijk. So sometimes if there's a threat, someone will get allocated. Someone will step out the zone and try and nullify.
Get a big lad.
Yeah, big boy.
I've always wanted to do it. I should have done it in pre-season, but I forgot. I've always wanted. Most teams' defensive principle.
Maybe Ten Hag's forgot loads of shit, but carry on.
Most teams' defensive principle at a corner is +1, right? So if they leave 2 forward, they're leaving 3 back. If they leave 4 forward, they're leaving 5 back, and it's fucking chaos if that happens. Because normally people just leave 2 up.
Don't tell me you want to leave 7 up.
No, I want to line up in a full formation and just fucking forget the corners even happening, just to see what the opposition do. Because I bet it frozen. So you have your 2 centre halves in the box.
Or they just pass it straight along the 6 yard box and tap it in.
They absolutely could. But I just want to see.
It's worth doing for one corner.
Leave is a 4-3-3 and just leave it like that. And just line up like that and have the opposition go like. Because they'll be like to the gaffer.
No, they'd be going to the ref, it's a corner, They'd be going, yeah, I know. They'd be going, no, it's our corner, and he'd be going, yeah, I know, you can take it. And all your players just going, not bothered.
As long as the 2 centre halves are switched on and they attack the ball.
Do you know what's another point is? Do you know what another point I always thought was? If we cleared more space in this box, the goalie, you've got to fancy your goalie with arms that extend.
Yeah.
If he had the space
to get on everything.
To beat anyone in a header. So sometimes I always felt like if we just give him the space and just kind of circled the box and went, go on then, big guy, wherever this comes in, just go and bosh. Like if that's your guy, Onana, I think he's going to make all the crosses.
I don't think you like, because like...
But it's when people get in the way and stuff.
No one's taller than the height of the goalkeeper's arms.
No.
Nobody.
Vegos, possibly.
Can't jump now.
But yeah, I think that someone would try it.
See, there you go. So you just
know,
leave
like Leicester,
2 centre halves in the box. Keep
was it
dealing with it.
Leicester who was really struggling defensively maybe a couple of seasons ago? And it was like every game it was like conceding. I think it was Leicester under Brendan. Try it. Try something mad.
The problem you've got,
see what happens.
The problem you've got is I think if you just focus on my keeper's going to claim everything, here's what I'm going to do. Now, I don't get the chance to watch our opposition to see what they're going to do. But if someone was doing that where the keeper was getting the lot, I'm going for a near post flick on and just taking your keeper right out of the game. I know you're fucked, aren't you?
Yeah, or you just put a couple bodies round him and opposition bodies round him and go, you're not moving, pal. But then do you know what he'd do? Get a foul.
Yeah. Just run into him, go down.
Because apparently goalies can do what they want and
You're not allowed to touch him now.
no, it's not a penalty though, is it?
Yeah.
It's not a penalty.
You're not allowed to touch him?
You can come out and swipe someone in the face.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Right.
I see what you're doing.
See where I'm going with
I see
it?
what you're doing. Boring.
I thought that's what you was going to say, because didn't Bruno have a little pop at... everyone was talking about the Wolves penalty and... Sounds like you.
We had 2 handballs. VAR looked at and went, that's not it. His hand had gone in a totally different direction. Crack on.
Maybe,
Arms 90 degrees to the body as well, by the way.
What about if we changed the corner situation and went, pick your 5 biggest and we'll pick our 5 biggest. We'll start on the goal line, either side of the post. You start on the 18-yard line. We're going to dolly it up on the pen spot. All 10. Mixer. Bang. See what happens. And that
I'd like that more than the regular zonal bullshit, because I think what happens with the regular zonal bullshit is people move and wait, and then people try and jump up static. I think if you made all your players line up on the goal line, at least they'd attack the ball. Because I hate that.
There'll be some injuries there, I think.
Fun though.
Because there's some big guys. Which leads me onto our group chat from last night. Remember it? The group that I'm in, that you've invited me into, not the other one. But
Can't remember. Oh yes, job for the audience. We want your 10 players for a Royal Rumble.
Current
players.
Who did we have in it? We had Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland's in there. Rio had a great shout. I was writing it as Rio wrote it, and I was like, bastard, Fraser Forster, because he's big.
Yeah.
But he's big. Like, because you get your Peter Crouches, yeah? You're just going to scoop him up and launch him.
It's only current players.
Yeah, but Fraser Forster is big and big. Like, you're not... Who's lifting him up? That's a 2-man lift.
Onana.
Onana might be
Onana's like Goldberg. Music plays. Boof. Oh, shit. No, he's coming in.
Do you know who the one you got to watch is? Baby oiling himself up in the corner.
Traore, innit? Slippy.
Low centre of gravity. Just fucking launching dudes out of there, yeah.
And then
Smart
wild
money's
card. I thought Matoma was a good wild card. It looks agile. Might be able to get out of stuff.
You're going to need someone like that, like an Eze. Someone who's just got a little bit of footwork about him.
Yeah. Can't be caught with a big...
Yeah. Fraser Forster's like, coming in and he's just under his arm.
Martinez in it? Was that you?
No.
Someone,
Jacobson.
Yeah, he's out. He's off. He's over the top rope. Sorry, I know you're an angry little badger, but he's out.
He's elbowed someone, nailed him, but he's standing there shit talking and someone's come up behind him and flung him out.
That one, where they're having the argument and then someone gets them from behind.
Yeah, that's definitely happened.
So we want your nominations for current Premier League Royal Rumble candidates. Referee, Avram Grant.
Why Avram Grant?
Just bizarre, innit? It adds to the fucking nonsense of this conversation.
Avram Grant had like a 70% win rate with Chelsea that season he took over.
Mad stats again. It's just, they're off the top. They're just, Avram Grant's win ratio.
It might have been 71. Can we Google that, please?
Like that
Can we Google that and see how close I am? Avram Grant, I've got my phone. Fuck you. See that then? No spark behind the camera, absolutely where was it? They just listened to what I said and totally ignored me.
He knocks my confidence for the show every week because he's so fucking bored. Every week. Every week he's so bored. Maybe that's because he's filmed 4 of your videos already this morning.
He hasn't done any.
And he's sick of it.
Let's have a look. Avram Grant, managerial statistics.
Shout at them. We're fucking filming in here. Like you do when the camera's not rolling.
66.67%.
And what did you say?
70.
Well, it's still weird. It's uncomfortably close for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, what year was it? If you tell me the year, I'm out.
07, 08.
Is that or because you've looked at it? Would you have
No,
known?
I knew that, yeah. I knew it was that. And we played him in the final. He was like, was you like 1 point away and then 1 kick away from doing like the double?
Okay. Let's move to...
Avram Grant's one of the reasons why the manager doesn't matter as much as people think it matters. Because you've got a good group of players.
Are you saying he did fuck all?
Who?
Avram.
Clearly.
It doesn't look that hands-on, does he?
Have you seen the rest of his career? Put it this way, it ain't 66.67% win rates.
Where did he come from before Chelsea?
Like Maccabi Haifa, I think.
So how did he get that gig? Is
Mates with Roman Abramovich.
that what it was?
Literally. That's like, hey, Ash, I've just bought.
Do you want to come and have a pop at it?
Do you want a bit of gaffer? I've fucked Mourinho. Hey, Mourinho's gone. Fucked him off.
Avram was bizarre, wasn't it?
No, he was the Israel national manager with a 42% win rate. Previously to that, he was Maccabi Haifa manager for a couple of years. He'd only ever managed in Israel or Israel. Then he got Chelsea. Then he got Portsmouth. He was Partizan manager for a bit, where he did actually get a 68% win rate. Northeast United in India, he won 2 games in 17. He was also the Ghana manager. He's currently the Zambia manager, actually. He won 7 out of 9.
Back up to the... before we fucking lose everybody on the Partizan Belgrade.
Why? There all cares that Avram Grant's managing Zambia.
I don't think they fucking do. Let's look forward. Let's start looking forward. This is the structure. Let's start looking forward. There's a big game Sunday.
I actually don't know the fixtures this week.
Newcastle at home v Liverpool. Now, historically, that has shown up normally.
I'll give you that.
Newcastle at home, I think they turn Liverpool over.
Yeah, Liverpool ain't look good. I think that's a home win. Tight, because they ain't got a lot of goals in them. But 2-1 Newcastle.
3-2 Newcastle. Also, an interesting fixture, I think, at 3 o'clock on Saturday would be Fulham going to Arsenal.
Arsenal have looked, can I say it quiet? They've looked pretty good this year.
Say it loud. A bit louder, because the mic didn't catch it.
They've looked pretty good this year.
That's why I like you. That's why I can work with you, because you can still say that even when it burns you. You can still be rational.
Of course I can. Like, I was sitting there talking about who's going to win the league. City going to win the league. Next fucking question.
Arsenal second. Right.
No, so I got logic for why that might not happen.
Arsenal,
but
Fulham. I think I don't think it's that straightforward. Though.
Live score alerts will be on. Don't worry about that. If that
WhatsApp chat popping off, we won't talk. Yeah. We won't talk about yours.
It should be a straightforward win.
It should be like Wolves, but it wasn't as straightforward, was it? It wasn't as straightforward.
I hope that Cooper's not looked at that and gone blueprint. Let's have it, because
sprint training this week.
Yeah, because what's my guy called? That's absolutely rassing it up at Forest at the minute. Can't remember his name. One of the forwards. He's watching that game.
Boy.
Huh?
Welsh boy.
Can't remember him. No. How's he called?
Who? Oh, Anton. That one. Anton Yemwe.
No, not him. Who?
Gibbs White.
He's had a
Gibbs
stroke.
White?
Say that again. Anton what?
What did he say? Pardon? Is he alright today?
I don't think so. Can we get him a doctor?
Oh, shit. Fulham Arsenal might be an upset.
Hang on, let me just have a quick look. I need to know who this is at Forest now. It's going to piss me off. My mind has just gone completely blank. Brennan Johnson.
Mason Holgate's ringing me. Should we speak to him?
Who is?
Mason Holgate.
Yeah, what's he want?
What do you want? I'm on a podcast.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Live. You're on here now. You're live on it.
Oh, brilliant. Hello, everyone.
Well, they can't hear you because I've not put you on speakerphone. So I didn't know what you was going to say. They might be able to hear you, actually. They might be able to hear you. So, shall I call you back? Yeah? Just get back to me, because I don't think I want it aired out, but hello everyone on the podcast. He said, hello everyone on the podcast. He doesn't really want it aired out, so we'll get back to him. Call you after. Safe. Bye. Everton Wolves.
Everton need, at home.
Everton at home. They need something.
They've really got to pick some points up there at home.
But I think that could be a key game for just the direction of the season. Like, I know it's early.
Is it early to call it a 6-pointer?
So early to call that.
But if it's a 6-pointer, it doesn't matter when it is.
I think that if Everton lose at home to Wolves.
Oh, it's going to get meaty in there, innit? Who was gaffer when you was there? Big Sam. Was it just Big Sam?
Ronald Koeman.
You're not like either of them.
Oh, I love Ronald Koeman.
Oh, did you?
I really like Ronald Koeman.
Not so much Big Sam. Who went? Which one went?
Before who?
Which one got
Ronald
sacked?
Koeman went. Yeah, Ronald Koeman.
How meaty was it when he was in the process of getting rid of him? Or did he get the Barcelona job?
No, he went Holland in between that, I think, didn't he?
Did he sack him?
Did Everton? Well, I think it was one of those things now that they don't say that really, do they? They just
they
say,
mutually decided to sack him.
Yeah, mutually, you're sacked. But no, it weren't. I don't. It weren't nice actually, because he come in and he spoke to us and everyone liked him and he said like, I'm going. And I remember it was actually we didn't want him to go. So we was a bit shit.
Was there pressure from the fans at the time?
Yeah, and we was a bit shit, and the club had put pressure on themselves by bringing in 4 number 10s that cost a combined total of 150 million and loads of it. And we didn't start very well, but it was a bit, I think it was a bit premature. Clearly it hasn't worked out since, so you should have left him there for a little bit.
Nearly did with Ancelotti.
We got into Europe the year before. We just started shit. They had no replacement. I think David Unsworth took it for a bit as an interim. And it just didn't work, but not really. But I can imagine that gaff getting very hostile if they don't show something in the first 30.
They lost the first 2.
Yeah.
You go 0
but it was
3
more than
Wolves.
that. Last weekend was more than a loss.
Yeah, if you'd have just if they'd have been turned over by City 2-0, but had a go, no one would be pitchforks out. But
Everton were tactically they was just outplayed by Unai, and it was just poor. They left early. I think there were some of the fans were leaving early, and it was just poor. There's worked. I'll tell you what, I'm so busy this week. He's ringing back again, Mason Holgate. What's he want?
So how fast do you think the podcast is?
I'm still filming. What are you doing?
I've just thought about it. If you've got a podcast, why have I never been invited on it?
He just said, I've just thought about it. If you've got a podcast, why am I never been invited on it?
So you need to fucking focus about Wolves this weekend.
That means you don't know that you've never watched it, have you?
I didn't know you had one.
See, you didn't know we had one. That's why we've got to name it. Oh, I don't know. Do you want to come on?
Yeah, I do want to come on.
All right, he wants to come on. You can be our first guest.
You can tell us how bad he was this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, we'll sort that out. Oh, we're still filming, by the way, so I'm going to go again. Bye. See you soon. Bye-bye. So you're going to talk about him on here. I can imagine him on here.
So you shipped 12 goals in the first 4 games?
He hasn't played. He's not been in the squad. Well, we've got breaking news.
We have got breaking news.
Here we go.
Won't be by the time this is released tomorrow,
Here we go.
Mo Salah wants to leave Liverpool. Al-Ittihad wants to make him the highest paid player in the Saudi Pro
Is
League.
that Steven Gerrard?
Can I just say,
which one is what?
I actually don't know. Can I just say, being the highest paid player in the Saudi League, that's a hell of a crown, innit? They've already met his representatives in Doha and will offer him more than Ronaldo. Ronaldo's going to
What's
spit
the
his
source?
dummy
The
out
source
with
could be anything.
it. Relevo.
Until Fabrizio announces it, I'm not interested. But imagine that.
So, Liverpool were buzzing. Shipped off Henderson. Was it Fabinho as well? Went like this. Bit of Saudi cash coming
Firmino?
our way. And then as soon as...
Did they pay for Firmino? Did he go?
46 mil.
What?
Boys,
Money?
5,
What?
6.
And then they come back in, we're like, hey, we like shopping in Liverpool. We're going to take Mo Salah. No, don't take Mo Salah.
Now we're not open for business all of a sudden.
No, I
Closed.
don't
They've
wanna
turned the
sell
sign round. Closed.
I don't want to sell Mo Salah. Yeah, go. Go and watch that fucking team crumble without him.
Let's just keep an eye on that one. We're out of time this week.
Really?
Felt real quick this week, didn't it? Shot through it. Rattled it out.
You stayed a bit on topic though, hasn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. Tell us, did you like it when we spoke about football? Or do you want more bollocks? Let us know. If you like the football, that's what we're here for.
Happy birthday, Ash.
Thanks, Steve.
What did you do yesterday?
I shot some guns and I drove some dirt carts and I fucking loved it. And I'm going to take you and everyone behind the camera there in a few weeks.
Sounds like a plan.
So you can show me.
It's 2-2s, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you shooting?
Some little metal crap thing. You'll be fuming because we know we know for the civilian it was great, but for a vet, probably you're gonna school the guy on everything about it. That's gonna be awkward for me. I was thinking that
It's
yesterday.
just a random farmer guy.
Like he was
He's
telling me all about the gun and everything, and I was going, "Oh, this is really interesting." I was thinking if Steve was here, he'd be telling him about it. But we're gonna capture it.
Beautiful.
Look how desperate he is to get off.
He is. He stood up and everything. He ain't stood up all the time. Right, we still need a fucking name, don't we? Because Mason
for
Holgate
watching.
can't find it.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Love you all.